transitions can be tricky, but they're crucial in storytelling. Today, we'll delve into the darker side of Tinseltown, where glamour and fame collide with alcohol addiction. Many beloved Hollywood stars have struggled with this issue, leading to chaotic personal lives and ultimately tragic consequences. From health issues to strained relationships, these actors and actresses sought refuge in the bottle. This journey explores the high cost of stardom and the grip of addiction. Let's begin. Some may wonder how it all starts, perhaps as a casual pastime, a thirst for excitement, or even a desperate attempt to escape life's pressures. However, what once seemed harmless soon spirals into disaster, shattering dreams and ending promising careers. Here are some stories of silver screen legends whose lives were marred by alcohol abuse. Oliver Reed, a major box office draw in Britain, was no stranger to controversy and chaos. His life was marked by excessive drinking and unpredictable behavior, which often landed him in the middle of outrageous incidents. Reed's alcohol-fueled antics were well known in the entertainment industry, and his reputation as a hard-drinking hellraiser was solidified. Born on February 13, 1938, Reed's career in acting began in the 1950s. He quickly gained a following and became a household name in Britain. Reed's rugged good looks and brooding presence made him a natural fit for tough guy roles, and he excelled in portraying complex and troubled characters. Despite his success, Reed's personal life was in turmoil. His excessive drinking and unpredictable behavior were well documented, and he was often involved in public brawls and scandals. Reed's drinking was so notorious that it became a part of his public persona, and he was often seen stumbling out of bars and clubs in the early hours of the morning. Reed's alcohol-fueled antics reached a peak during the filming of the 1989 film The Professional. In one infamous incident, Reed was so drunk that he passed out on set, causing production to come to a standstill. The director was forced to wait several hours for Reed to sober up before filming could continue. Tragically, Reed's excessive drinking ultimately led to his untimely death. On May 2, 1999, while filming the epic historical drama Gladiator, Reed suffered a fatal heart attack after consuming large amounts of alcohol during a break in filming. He was just 61 years old. Reed's life and career serve as a cautionary tale about the destructive potential of unchecked addiction. Despite his talent and success, Reed's excessive drinking and unpredictable behavior overshadowed his accomplishments and left a lasting impact on those around him. In the end, Reed's legacy is a complex and troubled one. While he was a major box office draw and a talented actor, his personal demons and excessive drinking ultimately led to his downfall. Reed's life and career serve as a reminder of the destructive potential of addiction and the importance of seeking help when needed. After the cancellation of Hush Hush, Sweet Charlotte, Joan Crawford found herself grappling with personal turmoil. This professional setback marked the beginning of a downward spiral in Crawford's life, leading to an increased dependence on alcohol. Her struggle with addiction became increasingly apparent as she aged, highlighting the unique challenges faced by aging stars in Hollywood who find themselves out of the spotlight. One of Crawford's closest companions was her Pepsi-Cola executive husband, Alfred Steele, who passed away unexpectedly in 1959. Following his death, Crawford took over his position in the company, but continued to feel isolated and alone. As the years went on, she leaned more heavily on drinking to cope with her emotions, turning to alcohol as a means of escape. A particularly low point came when Crawford attended a party hosted by actress Rosalind Russell in 1974. A photograph taken at the event captured Crawford looking disheveled and clearly inebriated, causing a stir among fans and industry insiders alike. The image served as a stark reminder of the toll that addiction had taken on the once glamorous star. Despite her struggles, Crawford remained fiercely independent and determined until the end. However, her story also serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us of the dangers of addiction and the importance of seeking help during difficult times. Today, Crawford continues to inspire fans around the world with her strength, resilience, and unwavering determination. Sterling Hayden, born on March 26, 1916, was an actor who became disillusioned with Hollywood and the glitz of the entertainment industry. After serving in the military and working as a merchant seaman, Hayden found success in Hollywood with films like The Asphalt Jungle and Johnny Guitar. However, he developed a struggle with alcoholism that led him to seek a more authentic life. In his autobiography, Wanderer, Hayden documented his journey towards finding meaning beyond the superficiality of Hollywood. He was open about his struggles with alcohol, which had a significant impact on his career and personal life. The book served as a reflection of his disillusionment with the entertainment industry and his search for something more substantial. Hayden's story is a reminder that there is often a desire for something more profound than the glamour and fame that come with success in Hollywood. His journey towards authenticity and self-discovery is a testament to the fact that even those who have achieved great success in the industry can feel unfulfilled and seek a more meaningful existence. Despite his struggles with alcoholism, Hayden continued to act in films throughout his career. His performances were always marked by a raw intensity and authenticity that set him apart from his peers. Even in his darkest moments, Hayden never lost sight of his desire to live a life of authenticity and meaning. In the end, Sterling Hayden's story is one of perseverance and the search for something more significant than the superficiality of Hollywood. His journey towards self-discovery and authenticity is a reminder that even in the face of adversity, it is possible to find meaning and purpose in life. Veronica Lake, once a prominent figure in Hollywood during the 1940s, faced significant challenges as she navigated the demands and restrictions of the film industry. Plagued by the unrelenting pressure, Lake turned to alcohol as a means to cope. Lake was born Constance Frances Marie Ockelman on November 14, 1922, in Brooklyn, New York. However, her rise to stardom wasn't straightforward. She started her acting journey under the stage name Constance Keene, which ultimately changed to Veronica Lake after signing with Paramount Pictures. Despite initial success with films like Sullivan's Travels and I Wanted Wings, Lake found herself struggling against the rigid standards imposed by Hollywood. These constraints eventually led her down a path of excessive drinking, trying to escape the relentless pressures weighing upon her shoulders. Her battles with alcoholism made it increasingly challenging for Lake to maintain her career trajectory, leading to fewer movie offers and a general decline in her professional standing. Eventually, she left Hollywood behind altogether, a move many attribute to the impact of her struggles with addiction. Following her departure from Tinseltown, Veronica Lake continued grappling with various issues beyond just alcoholism. Schizophrenia became another challenge she had to face, exacerbating her existing problems and further complicating matters. This unfortunate combination took a heavy toll on both her personal life and career prospects. This tale serves as a stark reminder of how fame and industry pressures can negatively affect even the most successful individuals. While we may remember Veronica Lake for her captivating performances, let us also acknowledge the immense burden that accompanied those triumphs. After all, every story has its share of ups and downs hidden beneath the glitz and glamour often associated with Hollywood royalty. Renowned actress Elizabeth Taylor struggled with alcoholism and painkiller addiction throughout her illustrious career. Her battles with substance abuse often made it difficult for her to perform on film sets, causing delays and disruptions in production. Taylor's ex-husband, Richard Burton, who starred alongside her in several films and a stage play, noted her constant inebriation during their time together. Despite her struggles, Taylor publicly acknowledged her addiction and sought help at the Betty Ford Clinic, marking a significant step in her journey towards recovery. Her honesty and bravery in confronting her addiction served as an inspiration to many, and her legacy as a talented and influential actress continues to endure. Throughout her career, Elizabeth Taylor captivated audiences with her stunning beauty and powerful performances. However, her struggles with addiction were a significant challenge that she faced both on and off the screen. Despite these challenges, Taylor remained a beloved and respected figure in the world of Hollywood, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire and influence generations of actors and filmmakers. Her story serves as a reminder of the devastating impact of addiction, as well as the strength and resilience of the human spirit. Errol Flynn, the swashbuckling actor known for his daring roles and dashing good looks, led a life off-screen that was just as adventurous and reckless as the characters he portrayed. With a notorious reputation for debauchery, womanizing, and excessive drinking, Flynn's lifestyle choices ultimately led to health issues and his premature death at the age of 50 from a heart attack. Born on June 20, 1909, in Hobart, Tasmania, Flynn's early years were marked by a love of adventure and a desire to explore the world around him. He dropped out of school at 17 and worked a series of odd jobs before setting sail for New Guinea, where he worked as a gold miner, plantation manager, and deep-sea diver. It was during this time that Flynn developed a taste for alcohol and wild living, often engaging in drunken brawls and sleeping with multiple women. In 1933, Flynn returned to Australia and began working as a film extra, eventually catching the eye of a Hollywood talent scout. He moved to the United States and quickly became a star, appearing in a string of successful films such as Captain Blood and The Adventures of Robin Hood. Despite his newfound fame, Flynn's reckless behavior continued, and he became known for his wild parties and excessive drinking. Flynn's lifestyle took a toll on his health, and he began to suffer from a variety of ailments, including malaria, tuberculosis, and hepatitis. Despite this, he continued to drink heavily and engage in risky behavior, including drug use and unprotected sex with multiple partners. On October 14, 1959, Flynn suffered a heart attack and died at the age of 50. His death was a stark reminder of the consequences of his indulgent habits, and a cautionary tale for others who may be tempted to follow in his footsteps. In the end, Errol Flynn's life was a testament to the dangers of excessive drinking and reckless behavior. While he may have been a talented actor and a charming rogue, his lifestyle choices ultimately led to his downfall, leaving behind a legacy of debauchery and excess. Dorothy Dandridge, a trailblazing African-American actress, faced significant personal and professional challenges throughout her life. Born on November 9, 1922, in Cleveland, Ohio, Dandridge's parents separated when she was young, leaving her mother to raise her and her sister alone. Despite the hardships, Dandridge's mother encouraged her daughters to pursue their dreams of performing. Dandridge's natural talent and beauty led to early success in show business. She began her career as a child performer with her sister in a singing group called the Dandridge Sisters. The group performed in nightclubs and on the radio, eventually landing a role in 1935 film, The Big Broadcast of 1936. However, Dandridge's road to success was not an easy one. As a black actress in Hollywood during the 1940s and 1950s, she faced significant racial barriers. She was often relegated to playing stereotypical roles, such as maids and prostitutes, and was rarely given the opportunity to showcase her full range of talents. Despite these challenges, Dandridge continued to persevere, eventually earning critical acclaim for her performance in the 1954 film, Carmen Jones. She became the first African-American actress to be nominated for a Best Actress Oscar for her role in the film. However, success did not come without a price. Dandridge's personal life was fraught with turmoil. She endured several tumultuous relationships, including a highly publicized marriage to dancer Harold Nicholas, which ended in divorce in 1951. To cope with the pressures of Hollywood and her personal struggles, Dandridge turned to antidepressants and alcohol. Her reliance on these substances ultimately led to her premature death at the age of 42. Dandridge's tragic end highlights the pressures and limitations faced by black actresses during her time. Despite her many talents and groundbreaking achievements, she was often limited by the roles available to her and the expectations placed upon her as a black woman in Hollywood. Nonetheless, Dandridge's legacy continues to inspire and pave the way for future generations of black actresses. Her trailblazing career and unforgettable performances continue to resonate with audiences today, serving as a reminder of the power of perseverance and the importance of representation in the entertainment industry. Humphrey Bogart, a name synonymous with some of the most iconic roles in American cinema, had a secret struggle that threatened to overshadow his illustrious career. While he was revered for his charismatic screen presence and unforgettable performances, Bogart's life was marred by a darker side, his heavy drinking. As the night wore on, Bogart's personality would undergo a significant transformation, fueled by his love for alcohol. His drinking led to unprofessional conduct on set, causing tension and frustration among his colleagues. Despite his talent and iconic status, Bogart's lifestyle took a toll on his health, leading to a battle with cancer that ultimately ended his life. Bogart's drinking habits were not a secret, and they often led to personal issues off set. Physical altercations and volatile behavior were not uncommon for the actor, who was known to be a heavy drinker even in his younger years. As his career progressed, so did his drinking, and it began to impact his professional life in significant ways. Despite these challenges, Bogart's legacy as an actor remains unmatched. His performances in films such as The Maltese Falcon, Casablanca, and The African Queen have cemented his place in Hollywood history. However, it's impossible to ignore the impact that his drinking had on his life and career. In the end, Bogart's story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of excessive drinking and the toll it can take on one's health and personal relationships. Despite his many accomplishments and contributions to the world of cinema, His lifestyle ultimately led to his untimely death at the age of 57. Furthermore, Montgomery Clift was an extraordinarily talented actor whose life took a drastic turn after a horrific car accident. This tragic event was not only a result of the crash itself, but was also influenced by his struggles with alcohol. It was after that accident that Clift's health and career visibly declined. The physical and emotional scars left on him were a stark reminder of the hidden pain behind the glamour of Hollywood. His talent was evident, yet the pressures of fame coupled with substance abuse took an immense toll on him. As he tried to navigate his life post-accident, he faced numerous challenges that affected both his personal well-being and his professional achievements. The story of Clift serves as a poignant reflection on how quickly life can change, especially in a world that often overlooks the darker sides of success. His experience is a somber reminder of the fragility that lies beneath the surface of stardom. Renowned actor Spencer Tracy's professional success stood in stark contrast to his turbulent personal life. Born in Kansas City, Missouri, on April 5, 1900, Tracy began his journey into the world of cinema during the early years of talking pictures. He quickly made a name for himself as a talented and versatile performer, capturing audiences with his nuanced portrayals and authentic delivery. Over the course of his three-decade-long career, he garnered 2 Academy Awards for Best Actor, cementing his status as a true Hollywood legend. However, behind the scenes, Tracy grappled with numerous personal demons. Among these were his struggles with alcoholism, which had begun while he was still a young man. As his dependency deepened, it took a heavy toll on both his health and interpersonal relationships. Prone to fits of rage and erratic behavior when under the influence, Tracy developed a reputation for being difficult to work with, a sharp contrast to the consummate professional he presented on screen. Tracy's issues with alcohol also extended beyond his professional life. In particular, they placed immense strain on his relationship with actress Katharine Hepburn, with whom he shared one of Hollywood's most famous love affairs. Despite their strong connection and lasting impact on each other's lives, Tracy's infidelities and bouts of drinking drove a wedge between them, leading to periods of estrangement throughout their lengthy partnership. The consequences of Tracy's alcohol abuse even affected those closest to him. For instance, his children often bore witness to their father's volatile outbursts and public embarrassments, resulting in feelings of sadness, confusion, and helplessness. These experiences left indelible marks on their psyches, shaping their perspectives of their father and coloring their own paths through adulthood. As the years passed, the ramifications of Tracy's substance abuse grew increasingly severe. With diminishing control over his actions and decisions, he faced mounting legal troubles, damaged friendships, and waning respect from colleagues. Eventually, the culmination of these factors contributed to his untimely death on June 10, 1967, just weeks after completing filming for his final movie, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. Despite his many accomplishments in cinema, Spencer Tracy's legacy remains marred by his battles against alcoholism and self-destructive tendencies. Nevertheless, his story serves as a poignant reminder of how deeply personal struggles can affect not only individuals, but also those around them. Rita Hayworth, born Margarita Carmen Cancino in 1918, was a celebrated actress who became one of the most iconic figures of Hollywood's golden age. However, behind her glamorous on-screen persona, Hayworth grappled with personal demons that would eventually take their toll. One of the biggest challenges Hayworth faced was her tumultuous relationship with her father, Eduardo Cancino Sr. A former dancer, Cancino pushed his daughter into show business from a young age, forcing her to perform alongside him in nightclub acts. This strained dynamic took its toll on Hayworth, leading her to seek solace in heavy drinking. As Hayworth's career continued to soar, her battles with alcohol intensified. She married 5 times, including to Orson Welles and Prince Ali Khan, but these relationships were often marked by turmoil and substance abuse. In particular, her marriage to Welles ended bitterly amidst allegations of infidelity and excessive drinking. Later in life, Hayworth received another devastating diagnosis, Alzheimer's disease. As her health declined, her struggles with alcohol became even more pronounced. One notable incident occurred in 1971 when Hayworth appeared disoriented during a performance at New York City's Radio City Music Hall. Fans expressed concern over her erratic behavior, drawing widespread attention to her condition. Despite the challenges she faced, Hayworth remains an enduring figure in Hollywood history. With her captivating beauty and undeniable talent, she left an indelible mark on the industry, but it is impossible to ignore the impact of her personal struggles which played out publicly throughout much of her life. Ultimately, Hayworth's story serves as a reminder of the complexities that lie beneath the surface of even the most seemingly perfect lives. Lana Turner, the classic Hollywood actress, was known for her glamorous career and striking beauty. However, her life was marked by personal tragedies, failed marriages, and battles with alcoholism and smoking. Born Julia Jean Turner on February 8, 1921, in Wallace, Idaho, Lana's career began when she was discovered at a Hollywood soda fountain at the age of 16. She quickly rose to fame, becoming one of the most popular actresses of the 1940s and 1950s. Despite her success, Lana's personal life was fraught with difficulties. She was married 8 times, with many of her marriages ending in divorce or scandal. She also struggled with alcoholism and smoking, which ultimately led to her death from throat cancer on June 29, 1995. Lana's story reflects the stark contrast between public image and private struggles in Hollywood. While she was admired for her glamorous lifestyle and on-screen persona, her personal life was marked by heartbreak and addiction. Her battles with alcoholism and smoking were well documented, and she was open about her struggles in interviews. Despite her personal demons, Lana continued to work in Hollywood, appearing in films such as The Postman, Always Rings Twice, and Peyton Place. Lana's story serves as a reminder of the pressures and challenges faced by those in the public eye. Her glamorous career was a stark contrast to her personal struggles, highlighting the complexities and contradictions of life in Hollywood. In the end, Lana's legacy is one of both glamour and tragedy. She will always be remembered for her iconic roles and stunning beauty, but her story also serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of fame and the toll it can take on an individual's personal life. Lee Marvin, a prominent figure in Hollywood's golden age, was renowned for his distinct voice and memorable roles. However, like many stars of his era, he was also associated with the pervasive drinking culture that existed in the film industry during those times. Marvin's life has always been shrouded in mystery due to his intensely private personality. This makes it difficult to fully comprehend the depth of his connection with alcohol. Nevertheless, several accounts suggest that he struggled with addiction throughout different periods of his career. Despite these challenges, Marvin managed to maintain a successful acting career spanning over 3 decades. He starred in numerous films, including The Dirty Dozen, Point Blank, and Cat Ballou, for which he won an Academy Award for Best Actor in 1965. His experiences mirrored the complicated personal lives often found among public figures. Despite being constantly under the spotlight, much about Marvin's battles remained hidden behind closed doors. It serves as a reminder that even our favorite celebrities have aspects of their lives that remain unknown to us. As we delve deeper into the topic of Hollywood stars ruined by alcohol, let us remember that beneath the glamour and fame lie human stories filled with struggle and resilience. These narratives remind us of the importance of understanding, compassion, and support towards individuals facing similar issues both in and outside the limelight. Dennis Hopper, a key figure in the counterculture movement, gained fame for his role in the groundbreaking film Easy Rider. But Hopper was also notorious for his legendary appetite for drugs and alcohol. His daily intake was truly astonishing, embodying Hollywood's Hellraiser reputation and showcasing the extreme side of celebrity excess. Hopper's excessive lifestyle was well documented, with stories of drug-fueled parties and benders that lasted for days. His love for alcohol was just as infamous, with the actor often seen with a drink in hand both on and off the set. Despite the negative impact on his health and personal relationships, Hopper's substance abuse became a defining characteristic of his public persona. Sadly, Hopper's addiction struggles were not uncommon in Hollywood. Many stars have grappled with substance abuse, often in the spotlight and under intense public scrutiny. For Hopper, his addiction was a double-edged sword. It fueled his creative energy and rebellious spirit, but also led to numerous personal and professional setbacks. In the end, Hopper's legacy will always be intertwined with his substance abuse. While it's impossible to separate the two, it's clear that Hopper's impact on Hollywood and the counterculture movement went far beyond his addiction struggles. His work in Easy Rider and other films will continue to resonate with audiences for generations to come. Judy Garland, a legendary American actress and singer, faced significant struggles with alcohol and substance abuse throughout her life. From a young age, Garland's career in Hollywood took a toll on her mental and physical health. Born on June 10, 1922, in Grand Rapids, Minnesota, Garland's talent for singing and acting was evident from the start. She was only 13 when she landed the role of Dorothy in the classic film The Wizard of Oz in 1939, which would become her most iconic role. However, the demanding schedule of Hollywood took its toll on the young star. In order to keep up with the grueling filming schedule, MGM Studios gave Garland pills to stay awake and others to help her sleep. This early exposure to drug use set the stage for a lifelong battle with addiction. Throughout her career, Garland's addiction issues affected her personal and professional life. She was known for her erratic behavior, missed performances, and frequent hospitalizations. Despite her struggles, Garland remained a beloved figure in Hollywood and continued to act and sing, even winning an Academy Award for Best Actress in a leading role in 1954 for her performance in A Star is Born. Sadly, Garland's addiction issues would ultimately lead to her tragic death. On June 22, 1969, at the age of 47, Garland was found dead in her London home from a barbiturate overdose. Her death was ruled an accident, but it marked the end of a life marked by both great talent and great struggle. Garland's legacy continues to live on through her music and films. Her voice and performances continue to captivate audiences, and her story serves as a reminder of the dark side of Hollywood and the pressures faced by young stars. Despite the challenges she faced, Garland's impact on the entertainment industry is undeniable, and her memory lives on as a true Hollywood legend. W.C. Fields, a comedic actor famous for his portrayal of the lovable drunk, had a real-life fondness for alcohol that he incorporated into his on-screen persona. This portrayal significantly influenced public perceptions of drinking during his career, which spanned from the late 19th century to the mid-20th century. Born William Claude Dukenfield on January 29, 1880, in Darby, Pennsylvania, Fields began his career as a juggler and vaudeville performer before transitioning to film. His unique comedic style, characterized by his distinctive voice, trademark glasses, and clever wit, quickly made him a household name. Despite his heavy drinking, Fields' career thrived, and he became known for his ability to blend tragedy with comedy. His on-screen persona, often that of a grumpy, hard-drinking man, resonated with audiences and left a lasting impact on the portrayal of alcohol in American culture. Fields' films, such as It's a Gift and The Bank Dick, often featured humorous depictions of his character's drinking habits. These portrayals, while undoubtedly played for laughs, also highlighted the negative consequences of excessive alcohol consumption. Fields' influence on American culture extends beyond his on-screen persona. His real-life drinking habits, which were often the subject of media attention, helped to shape public perceptions of alcohol and drinking culture. While Fields' heavy drinking was certainly a part of his image, it never overshadowed his talent as an actor and comedian. In the end, W.C. Fields left behind a legacy that continues to inspire and entertain audiences today. His unique comedic style, combined with his unforgettable on-screen persona, helped to cement his place as a true Hollywood legend. Richard Burton, a name synonymous with powerful performances, had a deeply troubled relationship with alcohol. His love for liquor was as intense as his passion for acting, leading to a destructive cycle that significantly impacted his life and career. Born on November 10, 1925, in Pontardaifan, Wales, Burton's early years were marked by poverty and hardship. Yet, he rose to become one of the most acclaimed actors of his time. However, his success was marred by his addiction, which saw him consuming vast amounts of alcohol daily. At the height of his alcoholism, Burton's daily intake was staggering. He would start with champagne at breakfast, move on to whiskey and wine throughout the day, and end the night with more champagne. This excessive drinking took a toll on his health, leading to numerous hospitalizations and a weakened liver. Despite his struggles, Burton's talent was undeniable. He delivered numerous memorable performances, earning 7 Academy Award nominations throughout his career. However, his addiction often interfered with his work, causing him to miss shoots or deliver subpar performances. Burton's personal life was also affected by his alcoholism. His marriages, including his high-profile relationships with Elizabeth Taylor, were strained due to his drinking. His health continued to deteriorate, and he passed away on August 5, 1984, at the age of 58, a victim of his own vices. Richard Burton's story is a stark reminder of the devastating effects of alcoholism. Despite his immense talent and success, his life and career were significantly impacted by his addiction. His tale is a cautionary one, a testament to the destructive power of alcohol when left unchecked. Dean Martin, a member of the famous Rat Pack, was synonymous with the carefree, boozy lifestyle of his time. He was often seen with a drink in hand, both on and off stage. Despite rumors that the drinks he sipped on stage were non-alcoholic, the public perception of him as a charming, alcohol-loving entertainer persisted. Born Dino Paul Crocetti on June 7, 1917, in Steubenville, Ohio, Dean Martin began his career as a crooner, eventually transitioning into acting and comedy. His easygoing charm and smooth singing voice made him a natural fit for the Rat Pack, a group of entertainers that included Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr. The Rat Pack was known for their late-night shenanigans and heavy drinking, and Dean Martin was no exception. He was often seen with a drink in his hand, whether he was performing on stage or socializing off stage. This image of him as a hard-drinking entertainer became a significant part of his public persona. Despite this, Dean Martin's on-stage drinks were reportedly non-alcoholic. This was a common practice among performers who needed to stay sharp and focused during their performances. However, the public perception of him as a charming, alcohol-loving entertainer persisted, and he became a beloved figure in American entertainment. In the end, Dean Martin's legacy is one of charm, wit, and easygoing charisma. He will always be remembered as a member of the Rat Pack, a group of entertainers who epitomized the carefree, boozy lifestyle of their time. And while his drinking may have been a part of his public persona, it was ultimately his talent and charm that made him a beloved figure in American entertainment. Bela Lugosi, best known for his chilling portrayal of Count Dracula, faced a series of career and personal challenges that significantly impacted his life and career. Despite his iconic status, Lugosi struggled with typecasting in horror roles and substance abuse issues, notably alcoholism. Born in Lugos, Hungary, on October 20, 1882, Lugosi initially pursued a career in the theater before transitioning to film. However, his thick Hungarian accent and brooding good looks typecast him in horror roles, leaving him struggling to break free from the stereotype. As his career began to decline, Lugosi turned to alcohol as a means of coping with his mounting frustrations. His substance abuse issues only exacerbated his financial difficulties, leaving him in a state of perpetual poverty. Despite his best efforts to revive his career, Lugosi's addiction made it increasingly difficult for him to secure roles in Hollywood. As his health began to deteriorate, Lugosi's substance abuse played a significant role in his decline. He suffered from a variety of ailments, including heart disease, diabetes, and malnutrition. On August 16, 1956, Lugosi died from a heart attack, with his addiction contributing to his untimely demise. Despite his many challenges, Lugosi remains an iconic figure in Hollywood history. His portrayal of Count Dracula continues to captivate audiences to this day, and his contributions to the horror genre are still celebrated. However, his story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of typecasting and substance abuse, reminding us of the importance of seeking help when we need it most. After achieving fame and success in Hollywood during the 1940s and 50s, actress Ava Gardner's later years were marked by personal struggles. Loneliness, financial difficulties, and a battle with alcohol consumed much of her life after the limelight had faded. Despite these hardships, Gardner found solace in sharing her experiences through memoirs, leaving behind a written testament to the highs and lows she faced both on and off screen. Through her writing, Gardner offered readers a glimpse into the often challenging lives of Hollywood stars when they step out of character. She spoke openly about her own battles with addiction, providing an honest portrayal of the darker side of celebrity culture. In doing so, she created a lasting legacy that extends beyond her iconic film roles and into the realities of being human. Despite facing numerous obstacles, Gardner remained resilient and determined. Even in moments of isolation and financial strain, she refused to let her spirit be broken. Instead, she channeled her energy into creating something meaningful, ensuring that her story would live on for generations to come. Through her raw and unfiltered memoirs, Ava Gardner left behind more than just a collection of memories. She gave us a rare look inside the life of one of Hollywood's most celebrated figures. Robert Mitchum, a true embodiment of the rebellious persona, built his reputation in Hollywood with his tough guy roles. But it was his real-life fondness for alcohol that truly intertwined his on-screen and off-screen identities. Mitchum's ability to outdrink others became the stuff of legends. He was known to regularly consume large amounts of alcohol, earning him a reputation as a hard-drinking leading man. This reputation only added to his mystique and tough guy persona, making him even more appealing to fans. Despite his heavy drinking, Mitchum managed to maintain a successful career in Hollywood, appearing in numerous films and television shows. He was a true professional, always showing up to set on time and ready to work. Despite his late-night drinking sessions, Mitchum's love of alcohol was well known in Hollywood, and many stories have been told about his drinking exploits. But despite his reputation as a heavy drinker, Mitchum was always in control and never let his drinking interfere with his work or personal life. In the end, Robert Mitchum's love of alcohol became an integral part of his legend. It reflected his rebellious spirit and tough guy persona, making him one of Hollywood's most enduring and beloved leading men. His ability to balance his drinking with his career and personal life is a testament to his professionalism and dedication to his craft. Orson Welles, a groundbreaking filmmaker, was no stranger to personal struggles. Plagued by alcohol-related issues throughout his life, his story is a testament to the challenges faced by creative geniuses in balancing their art with personal demons. Born on May 6, 1915, in Kenosha, Wisconsin, Welles was a precocious child who developed a love for theater at an early age. By the time he reached his 20s, he had already made a name for himself as a radio personality and stage actor. However, it was his work in film that would truly cement his place in Hollywood history. In 1941, at the age of 26, Welles directed and starred in Citizen Kane, a film often hailed as one of the greatest of all time. Despite its critical success, the film was a box office disappointment, and Welles struggled to find funding for his future projects. Throughout the 1940s and 1950s, Welles continued to work in film, theater, and radio, but his struggles with alcohol became increasingly apparent. He was known to show up to set intoxicated, and his relationships with collaborators and loved ones suffered as a lieutenant. Despite these challenges, Welles remained a prolific artist, continuing to work on projects up until his death on October 10, 1985. However, his story serves as a cautionary tale of the dangers of alcohol abuse and the toll it can take on even the most talented individuals. In the end, Orson Welles' legacy is a complex one, marked by both extraordinary artistic achievements and personal struggles. His story is a reminder that even the most brilliant minds can be vulnerable to the destructive power of